Well, I've been just sort of sat thinking over the past week, 10 days, trying to figure out exactly what shape, which way, how our club has finished up like it is. We kick off with the Arsenal game some 2-3 months ago, and they just got beat out of sight, footballed off the park. I was saying then that what we're playing isn't good enough. I went through all the players, couldn't find anybody apart from one or two, but you'd say, right, Man United style, Man United class. Prior to that, the Newcastle game 0-0, and I came on and basically I begged Louis to try and show some mental strength and try and get United to play like United we all know and love. So we came full circle tonight when Newcastle, who coincidentally haven't scored a goal since God knows when, managed to score 3 against Manchester United, exposing what was our so-called strength, our defensive strength. I don't know, you can have this defensive strength when you've got square pegs in round holes right across your back four. You've got a left back playing centre half, you've got a right back playing left back, and you've got a right winger playing right back. So, for all your genius, Louis, I mean, I just can't get my head around that. I don't know what you're at or where it's supposed to be going. I read United fans on Twitter, his Twitter articles mad after every game, obviously, because we're the biggest club. And if apparently if you have something to say about your club and it's negative about your manager, you're not supporting the club. Well, that's totally diverse to what we mean. We actually are supporting the club. We're not supporting this manager who doesn't support our philosophy. He doesn't support our style of play. He doesn't support our tradition. So why should we support this guy? This guy's bluffed us for the best part of 2 seasons. He came in talking about his philosophy, and it takes me so long to do this and so long to do that. So Manchester United, just to hasten the deed along a bit, they said, yeah, cut for £250 million and speed it up. Having spent that, we're no further on. We're like Moyes' team. In fact, we're probably worse in some aspects. So I don't know. The answer is not Louis van Gaal. The answer is to try and get somebody in here before he does too much further damage, and basically pick this team up, this club up by the scruff of the neck, and put it back where we should be, on the same footing we should be. If we don't do it very, very rapidly, you can wipe this season off. This season is rapidly becoming a goner. And it's a season the league was there for anybody to win it, which will probably be proved when Arsenal win it. Because Arsenal, at least, do try and play an attractive kind of football, but Arsenal in the past were easily stopped, and probably still are to a certain degree. But they keep coming back for more, which is what we used to do. But we've stopped coming back for more. We've stopped looking for more. We've stopped looking for more style and grace that we used to have. Now, I'm not one that looks at the Fergie eras, or anybody else's eras, with rose-tinted glasses saying, oh, it was brilliant all the way through. No, it wasn't. We had some awful crap with Fergie as well. He pulled some awful strokes, turned some awful teams out, looking for 0-0 draws at games you shouldn't have. Think of the derby match, 0-0 at 0-1, at Main Road, or the Etihad, or the Etihad, whatever you want to call it. We never had a shot, and we got beat 1-0. City that day were absolutely bottling it, because they knew if they won that game, they'd win the league, and their arses collapsed. We could have gone and won that game and didn't. So there's numerous occasions when Fergie's not got it right. But the thing was with Fergie, you knew he would come back and redress the balance, and 9 times out of 10 will put it right. This fella cannot put it right. He can't make it right because he doesn't agree that he's wrong. So we need to have a look at getting shot of Mr. Van Gaal. Mr. Woodward either needs to step down or get a football director in there who knows exactly what he's doing when he's dealing with players and signing players instead of giving this galactical bollocks every time there's a bad result. I'm going to sign Bale, I'm going to sign Neymar, I'm going to sign this guy, that guy and the other guy. We don't need superstars. We need players with style and grace who want to play for Manchester United. And unless we address the problem we've got at the moment, and the constant factor over the past 2.5 seasons since Fergie retired, the constant factor that's been wrong with Old Trafford, been wrong with United, has been the manager. Now we booted one out, so it's time to look at getting rid of the other one. And while we're looking at it, can we sort of move the whole back team staff out as well? I'm getting a bit tired of Giggsy, sort of sat on the touchline. He's obviously party to all that's going on. If he hasn't got the bottle to stand up to this guy and basically say, no, you're wrong, well, it's time he moved. I got a job where there's less pressure on him, because the United job will be too much pressure on him. By the time this fella's finished, and I hope it's sooner rather than later, it's going to be a big pressure job involved for the next guy. So it needs a guy who's used to pressure. We all know who that is, I don't need to say who. There's a guy I followed on Twitter last night, Parward, he just said give Mourinho £150 million, get him in now and win the league. Well, who's to say he couldn't do that? I could probably trust Mourinho with the cash rather than Van Gaal, who probably missed a window anyway, because he can't sign Bale, he can't sign Neymar, so he missed a window anyway. Why would Bale, Neymar, anybody else superstar status want to come to United in the present state they're in? It's unbelievable. They're unbelievable. It's like a ship without a rudder at the moment. We're going nowhere. We're motionless. So I think really it's time. And it might happen after the Liverpool game on Sunday, I don't know. Who's to say they'll beat Liverpool? You? Can you honestly say they'll beat Liverpool? I can't. Because after the other night's performance, the 3-3 draw, we'll go back to the slow. Pass, 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 pass. Square, 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 square. And that's where you'll be with Louis again, because that's the philosophy. Well, tell you what, Louis, take your philosophy, stick it in your back pocket with your cheque, and do one.